G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another video for you. This time we've got another unboxing video. It's been a little while since I've done unboxing videos, but now I've done a couple within the space of about a week or so. So we are looking today at a big Kickstarter release for the Everdell game. So this is going to be the big old box of storage plus a bunch of the expansions that came out sort of with that. I think as part of that big Kickstarter there was also I think it's called the Complete Collection box or whatever it might be as well. So essentially if you hadn't got Everdell before, you could get this big complete collection box with everything, all the new expansions, all the old expansions, everything in the one box. Whereas if you had some of the stuff before, like I did, you could just get, they basically just repackaged it and called it the big old box of storage, which is essentially the complete collection, but it's empty. Or, you know, empty-ish. It's only got the new stuff basically, and then you fill everything in there. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So what I've got here is I was actually keeping everything that I had for Everdell, which was pretty much everything up until this point, in the Everdell original box and in the Belfair box. So in here I had everything in a folded space insert there, which was quite handy. And I also then just had some of the slightly bigger stuff, the stuff that wouldn't fit in there, like the actual board and the big tree and that sort of stuff in here. So that's how I was storing everything. So fingers crossed, hopefully everything from there plus all the new stuff will now fit in here. And that's what I'm hoping to show you today. So I'll take you through everything that's in these boxes, and then I'm hoping to be able to show you how all this stuff fits in here once we get there. So yeah, what we're looking at here, we have the Deluxe Resource Vessels. So these are just basically little cool sort of little containers for keeping your berries and sticks and twigs and all that sort of stuff in here. So you can see there, that's what comes inside this. So we'll tear that open and have a look. Then there are two, I should say, I was going to say small box expansions, but two expansions here. One is Everdell Mistwood, and so this gives you some new, you know, critter maple. It's got a new sort of solo, or I think it's solo, and I think you can play two-player against it, sort of like an AI character. So in the original game you could play against the rats, and this one I think allows you to play against the spiders. So play solo or two-player against an automated opponent in Nightweave's lair. So you can see that, and you get some other materials and bits and pieces in there. So that's Mistwood. And we're going to look at Newleaf as well. So this adds a new sort of expansion, or expansion of the board on the other side. So we've seen expansions now for all the sides of the original board. So it becomes quite the table hog, even though it was already. And this one sort of adds a train, new critters, sort of new mechanics and that sort of thing. So it looks like you do some bag pulling here, where you put different resources maybe on the train and all sorts of things there. So yeah, so we'll have a look at that. And then of course the big box. Now this is interesting because that's a lot of content in those boxes, and this box itself, even though, you know, technically I shouldn't keep saying it's empty, but you know, this doesn't have everything, all the game materials. This is just sort of like I guess the trays and some of the expansion material that comes specific in this box. This is already quite quite hefty, quite big. So yeah, I don't know how we're going to go there with lifting it once it's got everything in here. But you can see here. So these are all the trays and stuff that are in here. It looks like there'll be a sort of dedicated tray for the Pearlbrook expansion and I think it was Spirecrest expansion, and then it looks like for the new ones plus the original game and everything, looks like they'll all fit in these trays here. Looks like you get a comprehensive rulebook as well, so it sort of has all the rules for all the different expansions and everything, sort of consolidated into one spot. Looks like some new cards up here, and this is something to be honest, I just sort of instantly backed this and didn't really pay too much attention to it. I think these might be stickers for all the meeples, so that's going to be that's going to be fun sticking all those on, but that's quite cool as well. So yeah, there you go. So if we have a quick look up here before we dive into it, oh gosh, got to hold on to this. You can see out of box the same as the complete collection, comprehensive storage insert, 17 dividers, master rulebook, comprehensive master reference booklet, comprehensive score pad, 10 wooden occupied tokens. I think it's just adding to the ones you already had. Stickers, 18 wooden golden occupied tokens. That must be some sort of new mechanic. 20 metal 6-point tokens. 300, over 300 critter meeple stickers. I might have to get the rope the kids into helping me with that. Corin Everdell alternate art cards, 5 tapestry art signature cards, and 8 soft plastic saddles. Now the saddles are interesting because they had these plastic saddles in one of the other expansions, and I think there was a bit of a problem with those being a bit too tight and they were damaging the wooden meeple, so maybe they're sort of like updated versions of those. And you'll notice that little thing at the top there says only includes storage box and components shown, does not contain the complete collection, and that's what this box would normally hold if I had backed to the level where I didn't own anything before. Okay, so either way, if you back the complete collection or the box, you get the same thing. It's just this sleeve goes over, showing that this is just the sort of the empty box. All right, well, let's get into it now that my arms can have a bit of a rest from holding that, and we will open this up. So see if I can do this live on camera rather than having to cut away. Oh, there we go. So let's get that off there. The sleeve itself, it just says to recycle it. It's not really designed to sort of stay on there to be kept, although it is nice. Looks nice. Here we go. So let's slide that out. Boy, oh boy, that's looking nice there, isn't it? Let's lift it up. Okay. There we go. So that's gone. The kids can play with that. Now upside down, upside down. Oh, hurry up. There we go. Okay, good old blackboard. Any Australians might remember Mr. Squiggle and blackboard and upside down, upside down. Okay, so rambling now. So that's the complete collection. So interesting, they've got it sort of oriented this way, but I don't think you're supposed to sort of keep it on your shelf like that, right? I have tested this as well. I don't have Kallax shelves per se, but okay, sorry, just had a camera malfunction there. I sort of almost wrenched the camera out of its socket trying to do this, but if we have a look up here, I've got these sort of, they're similar to Kallax shelves from Bunnings here in Australia. So I think they're called Clever Cubes. This Everdell box will fit in those. Yeah, if you slide them in, they slide in and yeah, fits nicely. It tends to go far enough in that it's not really sticking out too much either. So that's handy to know that that will fit in a display place or a storage place like that as well. Let's open up. Hopefully I won't knock the camera again this time. Boy, boy. Gosh. Wow, okay. With art by Andrew Bosley. Yeah, the art on this game is fantastic. So nice sort of gloss there. A little bit of a shine there as well. So, oof. Okay. All right, well that's handy. Look at this. We've got our little guide there for how to sort of store everything. That's quite nice there. You've got all the boards and stuff that go down there as well. Okay, yeah, all the stuff from previous versions. Oh, here we go, on the back here. What's it got here? It's got the tree, instructions for how to assemble the tree, assembling the wonders. Yeah, and a little video there in case the instructions aren't enough. So nicely done. Okay. Well, let's have a look here. So this, you've got the first layer, okay, and if we keep this handy, so that first layer we can see up the top here I think is for the tree, okay. So you can see there's some outlines there for the tree, and I think the plan is, what I'll try and do is, and that actually comes off the top there, so you can see that these these bits down here. Ah, okay, look at that. So this actually might be for the tree. Is this for the trees? Oh yeah, different parts of the tree there. So that's quite nice. And yeah, I'll try and show this off once everything's in it as well, after I've done the unboxing part. Okay, that's like a little sort of insert that just kind of sits in there like that. Alright, nicely done. And then you've got these bits and pieces as well. Not sure what these are for. What's it pointing to here? Yeah, not 100%. I guess, are these the meeples? Maybe the meeples go in here? I think that's what that's saying over there. So, okay. So just a nice little bit of protective cardboard there to separate some of the layers. We've got, whoa, okay, the big rule book. Starling Games. This is quite nice. Oh, okay. A couple of different things here. So what do we got? So the Gilded Book, I think that's the comprehensive book. So you can actually see it's so thick that it's got some, it's got like almost like a proper binding there at the back there, or at the side. Okay, really nice glossy pages. Wow, yeah. Very cool. Lots of nice artwork there. Beautiful. I didn't sort of remember this game being that sort of needing, being that sort of rules heavy that you needed this many pages, but I suppose there's quite a few expansions here, right? So, and there is a bit of this sort of, embellishing with a little bit of stories and stuff like that as well. So, yeah, very nice. Okay, that feels really nice quality. Okay, this is the archive. It's called. I think this is like the reference guide. Oh, yep, all the different creatures. Cats, I know, will be a popular one with my wife. Okay. Yeah. Table of contents, so critter cards, construction cards, basic events. So explanations, it looks like, for all the cards. That's kind of good. All right. Yeah, nice. And I'm guessing this is for like that solo. Yeah, Nightweave solo mode. Okay. Very nice. Let's go to this layer now. So we have, this looks like this little blue box here is for the Pearlbrook expansion, I'm guessing. And if we have a look here, we can pull this out. Now I don't think you're supposed to actually pull the whole thing out, but that's just to show you it's just sort of cardboard, just empty there. But then yeah, you just basically lift in here, pull the lid off, and this is I think, was Pearlbrook the one that had all the little stands? I think it might have been, or at least this is where you are supposed to keep the stands, I guess. And actually that looks like a train. Correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe this is not just, it looks like a Pearlbrook thing, right? But maybe this is where you keep the other bits and pieces. Probably shouldn't be playing the guessing game here, because here you go. Once I've boxed everything up, then I can show you anyway, right? So we'll see how we go there. Nice. Oh, here we go. We've got some, these are all the stickers. Okay. Stickers even for the big meeples as well. So you definitely won't want to be scratching those up with the saddles if you're putting stickers over the top here. Let's see if I can get these out. Come on. Tight squeeze. Here we go. Alright, mice and hedgehogs. Fox, owls. You got the big guys, the rabbits. Oh, the pigs. Little pigs wearing jackets there, little vests. Oh, Nightweave. Big bear. Bear's wearing a jacket as well. Huh, nice. Okay, so there are your stickers. Okay, what else have we got here? Let's pull the orange box out. Alright, so you can see here, if you remember those tokens and bits and pieces, or token trays, they look like they fit in here. So those different vessels. And then it looks like they're giving some just extra components, maybe just because the game itself expands a little bit, so they give you extra of these little wooden occupied tokens, and looks like little yellow occupied tokens as well. I think that's new. I don't think that we had yellow ones before, but these are just the same as the previous versions. And again, just more of these. These are like the points. Oh wow, they're really shiny. Points. Nice clank, clink as well. Yeah, points tokens basically. And if I remember correctly, you can spend those. Like there are certain things where you can actually spend these coins to sort of power effects and things like that. So you can sort of like be spending your points a little bit to get more powerful sort of actions and things. Let's have a feel of these. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, much softer, made of like a. Oh, sorry, let me see if I can focus that. There we go. Yeah, much more bendy, much more pliant. So that'll be a lot better for protecting your meeples. All right. Well, that's nice. They've listened to obviously the feedback from people from the previous version. So if you had these and you're a bit concerned about them, looks like they've been fixed. So that's nice. All right. And again, we're just looking at empty boxes here, so I won't spend too long on that. Here we go. What's this got a picture of? Oh, this is Nightweave, maybe. I think that's the big scary tree from Nightweave, I think. And got those stickers for putting on the occupied doors there. So occupied, the golden ones. Looks like there's a little leaf. Is that a leaf? Yep. And these are just the occupied doors there. Here we have, I think this is for your player boards. And that might be one of the expansions or something, I think there, sideboards or something. You've got your notepad, score pad I should say. It sits in there. Boy, this just keeps going down, doesn't it? Whoa, okay. Ooh, this is premium. I don't think I've seen this from Game Trays before, even though their products are always premium. But this is, I don't know if you can see that. This is all like felt lined. Wow. That's for the board, I'm guessing, down the bottom. Wow, that's really nice. Okay. And that sits, where did that come? That was, oh wait, was this on top? I think this was on top here, wasn't it? Okay. Boy, oh boy. Pop that down there. Pop that on there. Okay. Good thing they give you a guide so you can remember how to put all this stuff back. Although it's all, it's all pretty, everything is kind of designed to fit specifically on specific things, so I'm sure you could work it out. I think this is the last layer here on this side. Just double check. Yep, that's just empty box down there. So here we have the final insert. So you've got little bits and pieces there. Looks like this is your card wells for the different cards. I'll be interested to see how that goes, because I was sleeving them. One of the things about the original Everdell was that it didn't really, the card wells weren't great for the sleeved cards. From my memory it wasn't, and that's one of the reasons I got the folded space one. So hopefully the card sleeves that I've used will fit in here as well. I'll have to report back on that. You can see you got some more cards here too. So Flying Doctor Service, so some extra little, I forget whether these are called forest cards or event cards, whatever. Promo pack. Okay, nicely done. You've got these, let's have a look here. And what else we got? I think these are the dividers, right? So we'll start with these. What are these? The tapestry or hair? What are they called? Looks like they've got sort of like a stained glass sort of window type thing going on there. Do these just go straight into the? Looks like they're just a regular. Are they meadow cards or something? What are they called? But yeah, it looks like they just go straight into the game. Oh, he's a unique critter. Okay. Interesting. So you've got Corin Evertail as the king. You've got Corin Evertail. Oh, okay. So it's different. versions of this Corin Evertail guy. His exploits are told through the stained glass windows. So Corin Evertail, the warrior. So we've got, who have we got? The leader, the king. So we've got the warrior fighting off the snake there. Corin Evertail's field. So this is a unique location, unique construction. Corin Evertail's path. Okay. Oh, and what are these? I don't know. Tapestry and signature series. Okay. Alright, not sure what those are for, but I'm sure I'll find out. But yeah, there you go. They look nice. And let's dive into this big old set here. Okay. Now, oh goodness. Righty, right. So, test your, let's say, test your writing implement here. I recommend using block letters with ultrafine point permanent marker. What? Remember to get them fully dry before shuffling the cards. What is going on here? Rules for compatibility between printing. Harvester, husband, gatherer, wife. Oh, they renamed them or something. For a balanced game including any 4 harvester or gatherer cards. Okay, husband. Okay, because I think in this promo set, like, there's all these different. Oh, that's right. So they've essentially now, because you can name them. You know, they count as like harvester cards or what was it, gatherer, harvester or gatherer, instead of husband and wife. And I think, yeah, there's all these ones here. So I think that card I was looking at before, sorry, I think you can actually. Oh, okay. So okay. So I think you can write on the cards with pen. They recommend. Okay, so you write your own name. So I could write. My kids are Maisie and Edward, so I could write, Maisie and Edward on here. And this is just so that you can make sure that the pen or whatever sort of gel pen or whatever you're using is going to work properly. You can sort of test it out on here before ruining your cards. So that's quite thoughtful. Yeah, that's really nice. Because it's a nice idea, and also that's quite a nice. They've thought about the fact that, well, okay, it's a nice idea writing your names on these cards, but what if you sort of choose the wrong pen and it doesn't work and you wreck your card? So that's quite nice. Okay, and they even give you some advice about what sort of pen to choose, what sort of pen to use. All right, well, so that's what that's all about. So these are taking that husband and wife combo sort of set and putting your own names into it. And they've even included these ones here, which I think are based on the actual designer's family as well. So even if you don't want to put your own spin on things, you can use this set as well, which adds. I don't think the original set had kids in it. I think it just was the husband and wife. So there you are. Those of you who paid attention to the actual Kickstarter probably knew a lot more about that than I did, and were like, what are you going on about? Okay, and boy, what's happening here? Let's get into this card here. Whoa, gosh, that's a lot of packaging for just a couple of little cards. Flying Doctor Service and Romantic Cruise. I like it. Okay, so a couple of new. Yeah, I can't remember what they're called, events or forest cards or something. Okay, so I think we've seen everything in the big box now. So that is. Oh, nope, I tell a lie, we didn't look at these. So, Nightweave's Lair, it looks like, and some other bits and pieces. So, base game, or maybe dividers, right? Yep, these are the dividers. So we've got the base game, Pearlbrook, Spirecrest, Belfair, Player Powers, Newleaf, and Visitors. So all of the different expansions and categories that you might want to separate by. And then we've got the main deck, Legends, Extra, Rugwort, Newleaf, Pearlbrook, Spirecrest, Corrin Evertail, through every season, and Nightweave's Lair. And the cards themselves also have like a little symbol showing what set they're from and what expansion. So if you're wondering, oh, how am I going to put all these back into these sections again, you can tell by the little symbols on the cards. So nice. All right, well, let's pop that in there for now, I guess. No, I'll leave these out. I'll leave these out so I can get to them a bit easier next time. Let's pop these back in though. So pop the lid back on. Let's see if I can remember how to rebox this up. So that goes in there. Good stuff. Then I think this sits in here. And let's chuck these in here for now. Pop that on top. Okay. Pop that down there. Grab our books. And we have, this one goes in here, sits in like that. Now, I'm not sure if this has a particular matters. Yep, that's good. Is that sitting down? That one there. There we go. Nicely done. Now this is sitting up a little bit. I think it's because I've put the books, I think I was supposed to put the books underneath. So let's do that. Let's grab this. I'm showing you guys this so you can not make the same mistakes that I do. Now is this what's supposed to happen? I don't know. Alright. Yeah, it's about right. Okay. Oh, they do go under that green section there, don't they? I should have used the guide. Okay. So we'll pop that back on top. And let's have a look at these new expansions. We'll start with, I guess we'll start with Newleaf since it's sitting on top. Okay, slice that open. Alright, proper unboxing. Still don't really get the difference between seeing a box actually have the shrink wrap taken off and just opening a box that's already been opened, but there you go, at least I'm doing it sort of officially. Okay. I think this is the set that my wife's going to like because it's got the, assuming that's a cat. Okay, it's got the cats. So we've got, what do we got here? Little advertisement for Everdell Digital. So after you've just bought this gigantic cardboard copy, it's like, hey, you can actually just get the whole thing on digital. Okay, it's like, oh, cheers, thanks. Tabletop Tycoon. A little ad for different games, I guess. Oh, what's this one? Don't know what that is, but it looks pretty. Anyway, this is a video about Everdell. Let's move on. Okay, Newleaf. Okay, so rules of play. So again, you don't really need this, I guess, because it's all in the big box. But I guess if you're only planning on using one expansion, it might be handy to have. You got the old cardboard punch outs for the coins, but again, these are sort of replaced by the other bits and pieces. Same with these as well. But here you've got the ticket. So this is some sort of new mechanic in this expansion. So outbound ticket, valid from winter until New Year's. Flip when used. What does it say here? Move a deployed worker to a new location. Okay. Does this do anything? Discard when used. Move a deployed worker. So it looks like you get two uses out of it. So flip when used, and then discard when used, so you can use it twice. Now this says inbound ticket, valid from summer until New Year's, or until year's end, I should say. Okay. Are they all different? Let's have a look here. What's this one say? Move a deployed. No, they're all kind of the same effect though, aren't they? Winter, and then summer. Yeah, okay. Looks like they're the same thing. We've got these over here, Scenic Flight and Big City. So it looks like collecting 15 cards first gets you a prize. 3 of the sort of special cards there. These are all these little train tokens. Looks like goods go on the train. Empty. There we go. That's pretty cool. Alrighty then. So we've seen that one. And this is the train board, so let's flip it open. So this would go on the side of the main board here. So let's have a look. Only 1 worker per player here. Station. Discard 1 visitor at the station and then gain 1 visitor and 1 train car tile. So you can sort of cycle through your visitors, I guess. Interesting. And nothing else on there. Okay, what's down here? The knoll, only 1 worker per player here. Discard 3 meadows or station cards. Replenish, then draw 3 meadow station cards. Gain 1 train car tile. Okay. Ooh, now what do we got here? A new deck of cards. Okay, do I have enough sleeve for all of these? That's a good question. And you can see here, you can easily distinguish which expansion these cards come from with a little train there. So we've got the air balloon, Baker, that's cool, little bumblebee. Okay, the bank, Chipsmith, that's cool. The conductor, I like that, he looks cool. The diplomat. Oh, what's that? Is it a squirrel or a numbat or something? What is that? Freight car. Oh, look at this. Any unique. Okay, I like that golden thing there. Freight car. Gardener. What does he do? You activate. You may activate 2 different production places in your city. Okay. There we go. Inventor. Lamplighter. The mayor. I like the mayor. He's cutting the ribbon. Okay. Armadillo. Maybe that's what that thing was. Armadillo. Museum. Photographer. And what do we got here? Poet. Ah, little butterfly's a poet. Nice. So there we have it. So if I can keep those separate. Let's have a look at more cards then, shall we? And this is... maybe these are train cards and stuff along with... Okay, so we've got some more little event cards, it looks like. Okay. Some more... I think, so these must be the forest cards, right? Okay. And these are all interesting. They're all... oh no, I was going to say they're all 4-player, but this space is for 4-player. That's right. We've got the cards for the different little critters you can use in this one. So it looks like you get snails, bats, whoopsie, bats, cats. Yep, definitely going to be a favourite, I think. And honeybees. That's quite cool. Now these, what are these ones? So these are the visitors. Yeah, I think these might be the visitors. So the train probably brings visitors to town that you can sort of compete over, I guess. Skid, shiny snout. I like it. June Tarrington. Oh, I like these names. Remy Sniggle. That's cool. Butterbell Sweetpaw. Oh. Yep. Oh, look at this guy, a dapper fellow with his hat in the air there. Bosley Tedwardson. Oh, love that. Okay. I think I'm going to call my son Bosley Tedwardson from now on instead of Edward. All right. Mossy Steptoe. All right. A mossy steptoe. Sounds like a condition. All right. So there we go. Oscar Longtail. Sir Trivy Q S. Michael III. Wow. Oren Nimblepaw. Very cool. I quite like that, even just for the names. Alright, wow, okay. What are these, seals or something? Oh, Yeah, they're nice. Look at that. I have no idea what those are for, but that looks cool. Are they different? No, I think they're the same, aren't they? Oh no, look, this one, oh, hold on, yep. So something about going from production to, I don't know what that is at all. Well, if you paid attention to the Kickstarter, you probably know what those are. So here are the little meeples. So this is your snail. Whoopsie. There you go. The bumblebee. And everybody's favourite. Oop, upside down, the cat. Oops. That's a really cool silhouette for the cat. And hard to follow that up, but the bat. Anyone who likes Batman probably would like these guys. Alright. The bat. Cool. Let's chuck those in there. And then each of the critter factions also gets their hare and toad in their player colour. So you got the hare of the rabbit. Let's see if I can find. Surely there's a toad in here, right? Here we go. Yep. Or frog ambassador, I think they were called. So you got frogs and the rabbits. So yeah, one for each one. Cool. So pop them down there. Nice velvety bag. That's pretty good for a decent sized hand. We've got pretty slender fingers though, so if you've got giant mitts, oh no, that's still pretty. That's a pretty decent sized bag actually. That's pretty good. All right, I think that's for the train car. I think you pull out those tokens or something. And they give you baggies as well, though, although I don't think you're going to need these with the big set. So, and it looks like a fairly functional insert, I would say, if you're just getting the expansion by itself, without this big one. Let's see. Chuck those in there. Mistwood. Oh, oops, see, now I'm dropping things off the table. That was that train ticket. All right. Just got to remember to pick it up, right? Okay. This one, I'm sort of interested in this one because I tend to be more of a solo gamer these days because my access to people who want to play board games with me is rapidly diminishing. So, yeah, so good investment getting a giant collector's edition board game of this, right? But I quite like the solo mode. It's quite punishing in Everdell. So this will just give me sort of a different experience for the solo mode, right? Hopefully. So here we have some spider tokens, little web tokens. And we have some sort of autumny spot and a spring spot, it looks like. Oopsie. Let's see if I can. Yeah. That might have something to do with that. What was it? The little seals we saw before. I'm guessing this is winter. And is that summer? Yep. Okay. That might be for the path, you know, the Inspire crest, I think. Not sure really. So we've got some more ads and things there. We've got the Mistwood book. Again, really nice quality, nice and shiny, glossy. In terms of quality of the rulebook, I don't sort of remember Everdell being particularly hard to learn from the rulebook, so I'm sure that's pretty good as well. Here we have the, now I would say player boards, but I think this is sort of like the solo boards, right? This is sort of rules for sort of like how to follow through the sequence of running the solo Automa system there. Okay, so you've got your Nightweave actions and worker locations and what they do, I guess. How they sort of correspond to the game. Something up there. And then you've got a little turn summary and a little rundown there. There's some symbology at the bottom as well. Okay, can you guys read that? Hopefully you can read that now. Alright, apologies about the fingernails. Alright, ooh, we've got another one of these gigantic dice too. I think you get one of these in the original base game as well, but these are chunky. Alright. What are they, 12-sided? Gigantic spider there. That's pretty scary. So if you're playing War of the Ring or something, you could maybe use this as Shelob. There we go. Or Ungoliant. Okay. Then we've got some little critters here. So in this one, I think there are stoats. Are these stoats? I don't remember if there's weasels already, but I guess they do the job. And then you've got butterflies. And then, oh, hold on, which way does this go? What is that? Oh, it's a spider, right? Goes this way, I think. Yeah. That's the spiders. And who haven't we seen? The pigs. Yeah, there's the pigs. Nice. Okay. And once again, you've got the frog ambassadors and the rabbits, the rabbit explorers there, or travellers. And here are the little critter cards. We're getting there. Master farmers, stoats, butterflies, and spiders. There we are. So nicely done. And oh, this is a big deck of cards. Look at that. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, these inserts look like they've gotten better over time. I think this would fit both. You know, if you sleeve these, that gives you enough space for both. But I wonder if they've got enough room around there. I suppose you just got to make sure you're not using sleeves that are too tall, so they sort of fit nicely in there. But again, hopefully this all fits in a big collection box as well. Okay. Special rules for compatibility between different printings. Oh, husband and wife. Okay. Corin Evertale's Path. Did we already see that? Maybe were those other ones just alternate art cards or something for these ones? Yeah, look, his field, his path, the leader. Yeah, okay. So those other ones are like alternate art cards, I think, for these. Yeah, because look, here he is fighting the snake. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, different versions of the farm too. That's cool. Excellent. Click clacks. Wow. Bard rocking out there. That's cool. Strong Root Castle. Strong Root Castle? Strong Root Castle. Strong Root Castle, sorry guys. You would see Groot comes stepping out of there. Oopsie, oh, dropped another card. Stray Softpaw. Legendary critter. So I think they give you a bunch more of these legendary guys. Ooh. Oh, okay, these must be for the Nightweave. Okay. Okay. Different cards there. They got different things on the back there. Bad publicity. Again, all part of the Nightweave set there. Copycat. Some sort of event deck or something like that. Okay. And more Nightweave cards. It looks like that's quite a comprehensive, quite like a meaty sort of solo mode. Really a lot of dedicated materials for it. So hopefully that's really been thought out nicely. Excellent. Well, there you have it. That's all of the content, or all of the new content, I should say, for Everdell. So I think the last box to look at is just these component upgrades. These resource vessels. So I'm not sure if this one's coming. These deluxe resource vessels, if these are coming to retail or not. You know, if there's other avenues to get these, but that's cool. That's the putting the pearls in there for pearl brook, little clamshell or oyster shell. Then you've got a little basket. What's that for? The berries or something? We've got a little tree there, a little stump. Is that for the wood? Little acorns. Cool. Oh, nice. Little bowls. Get a couple of those. Well, 3 of those. Oh, train. Is that the train tracks? Little boat. And I'm not sure what these are. I think these might be little stands. So I think you put these on the tree and then you stand the little cards. I think that's what these are. I think you sort of stick them in like that and they hold those up. I wonder if they'll fit with sleeved cards. I wonder. Interesting. All right. Great, and you get different seasons, so I guess that helps you track. No, actually I don't think these correspond. I think they're just all nice different colours. I was going to say maybe they're different for the seasons to help you track what round you're in or whatever, but no, I don't think so. So that's very nice. Lots of nice colours there. Great. All right, well, what I'll do now is I'll try to rebox everything into the complete collection box for you and show you how that all sits in there once it's all boxed up properly. All right, see you on the other side. Thanks, guys. Okay, and we're back now. So we've got everything packed in here. So my final plan for this video is just to show you how everything basically gets packed away and where everything gets kept and that sort of thing. So, but as a bonus little extra, I'll just see if we can actually lift it on camera here. All right, come on, muscles, let's go. Okay, that's very heavy. Okay. It was already heavy without all the extra stuff in it, and now it's very, very heavy. Okay, so we'll take the lid off. Here we go. And you can see I'm probably going to keep this in there just to help sort of remind me about exactly how things go. But to be honest, it's pretty easy now. So you can see here's the top layer. This one has the tree, and I've got the wooden tree, but the cardboard one will same dimensions. It'll fit just as well. So this actually sits over the top. Place this on top here, and this little bit here, as long as you line it up here, you know exactly that you've got it in the right spot, and that sits there. And then you've got the other layers of the tree underneath here, so they just sort of sit on top of each other. It's all guided by these bits, so it's really easy. You can't really go too wrong there, as I struggle to fit this in. What have I done here? Let's see. Did I have that? That goes in there. Yep, there we go. Whoopsie daisy. Pop that in there. And this bit goes on top here. There we go. Nicely done. And if you've done that correctly, that should all sit on top nicely there. There we go. So underneath that, of course, we have, and this just sort of sits, just rests in there like that. Now we have very beautiful mosaic here of all the pieces. So none of these are specific, I don't think, to any particular animal. You basically just put all the components for each critter type in the different spots here, and there's enough space here for all the big guys, plus I'll just show you these now as well. So you can see these a little bit squishy there, and they sit on nice and easily. No sort of scraping of the paint there or the wood. So yeah, very nice. They all sit on there, so there's enough of those for everyone. I've pretty much just got rid of the old ones now because they're not going to be useful. So there you go. It reminds me of what's that board game artist? I think is it Katia, who does the really beautiful mosaics and that sort of thing with all the meeples. So there you go. You can sort of try your hand at your own mosaic there. So very beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I really like her stuff. What she does. There we go. So pop that in there. And chuck that over the top. Oopsie daisy. Let's make sure that's sitting in there. Bingo. Okay. Then I find it's pretty, like to get this bit out, it's a little bit difficult unless you sort of go layer by layer. So I like to sort of go across to this layer now, a bit easier to get that out. And then that's going to make this layer easier to get out too. So here you have all the Pearlbrook things. Remember I was saying I thought this was going to fit a train. So it's not the train, it's obviously the bridge, isn't it? So this is very similar to the insert I think that was already in the Pearlbrook expansion. I remember these sort of fitting in a similar way. I should actually glue these cardboard bits in, I think. Is it going there like that? Yeah, I think that's right. So they all sort of sit in their space there. But I think I should glue the cardboard bits together just so they don't sort of fall apart. They're a bit loose there. Okay. And this goes on top. I think I've put that in upside down, but it doesn't really matter. They sort of go either way. So that's nice. On this layer here you have, and I think I was sort of talking about how the layers sort of sit a little bit funny on top here, but that's because I'd put the books on top like this and not realised that there's actually some little guiding rails there for the books. So we've got the books just sit on top there on that red layer. And then what I haven't done here is I haven't gone through and stuck all these stickers on yet, so I'm going to have to do that. And I didn't do that with the critters yet. I'll have to do that later, so I've just left those on top there. But here, so you could just keep all these resources in these wells here, but if you've got the deluxe vessels, then they sit in there and you can put the resources in. So we've got the tree for the resin, and the like what's it, oyster shell or clam shell for the little oysters. Not the oysters, sorry, the pearls. Then we've got the little mine cart for the stone, the pebbles. Okay, they're probably my favourite. They just look so shiny. Then this leaf space here is for the little leaves there for the little stands for the cards. Now these, oh, so glinty, so shiny. There are 3 of these, so these are for the points tokens, the little money tokens here. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And when we were looking at some of the components before, I realised I was saying, oh, these are just more of the same, but these ones are actually the 6 value, and I don't think they've given us these before. So that's the 6 value that comes in one of those new sets, I think. Here we have, again, I haven't put the stickers on, but these are like those gold occupied building spots. So they sit in there, and then you've got the regular ones here. Now you'll see here as well, I haven't put these in, but there's plenty of space for these extra ones. So these will just go straight in here once I've stuck the stickers on there. We have the wood, the logs, there you go, the twigs or whatever they are, in the boat, on the barge. And then a basket full of berries here. Squishy berries. Very satisfying. Oh gosh, look at those nails. Got to cut those nails. Alright. I'm sorry guys. Then now this is space. It doesn't sort of really, it just kind of says, oh yeah, you put these in, you put these dice in here. This is a huge space though, so I've actually put these in. It sort of suggests that you put these, I think, in a different spot, but in the cardwell sort of area. But I figured this is a spot for these, and I might even put some of the other little bits and pieces from there in little baggies and chuck them in here just to make them a bit easier to get out. But yeah, so this is plenty of space here. I could be getting that wrong, but it looked like it was just saying, oh, just put these and these in here. And it's like, really? That's this big space for just these things? I don't know. So, but anyway, they go in there like that. Nice and snug. It all sticks down there. Yep. Okay. I'll pop that out of the way. Let's put it over this side. We're starting to run out of room there. Okay, so let's have a look here. Nice and easy. So we've got our grey tray here, and this is for all the player boards, including the spider one. They'll all fit here in there, and then you've got space for both notepads if you've got the old notepad as well, plus some bits and pieces here, and then you've got the bag for the train. It fits in this well here, and I've actually put the little tokens for the train inside that bag because I think that'll work. I think you can just sort of keep them in there and draw them out at the at setup, or throughout the game. I'm not sure, I haven't read the rules on that, how that works, but that'll all fit in there because those tokens are quite small, and I thought just having them sort of sitting around in a little tiny well might be a bit tricky to get out. Put that here, and then this nice velvety insert is what holds the boards. So, and they all have little guiding spots here. So there's a specific order you put them in, and they'll fit in there nicely. So that's the main board, the Belfair board, the Newleaf, and Spirecrest, and I think the Pearlbrook one all fit in there. And they all have very sort of nice, they all fit sort of snugly in there, so you can't really go too wrong with that. But that's probably the main thing. I'll keep that little set of instructions just to sort of remind me, because it is black. It's kind of hard to make out that guide without sort of having a look at it, sort of thing. So there we go. Pop that in there. That's done. And if we have a look, I'll pull this out now so you can have a closer look, because this is a lot of the sleevers. You guys will probably be interested in this, how this works. So you can see this section here. So you've got space for all your smaller cards here, and these. Now the sleeves I'm using here are quite tall, so so these inserts will actually work a lot better if you have better sleeves that aren't quite as tall as this. But you can see that even with these tall ones, you can still make out, or hopefully you can, base game and then Pearlbrook and so on. So there's enough space there. You can see I haven't sleeved some of these, but there's plenty of wiggle room there as these sort of expand in size because of the thickness of the sleeves. There'll still be plenty of room for these to fit in here, so they're all fine. You've got a couple of wells here. You can see some of these little tokens. I'm figuring that they'll be a bit tricky to get out of there, especially because it's nice and dark down there, so I might put them in little baggies and put them in that top section. But yeah, there's some spaces here for the different types of tokens and bits and pieces you've got there. And then we've got the big cards. Now these all fit in here like this because the insert lid goes over the top and it's quite tall, so this is fine. They're all good. Now you can see here, I'm pretty confident this is all going to fit, so you can see there's plenty more room, wiggle room in there for more cards. I haven't sleeved all of them. There's just a few little ones in here I haven't sleeved. This is the section I'm a bit sort of concerned with. There's quite a few cards I haven't sleeved here, but I think with the room here and here, I'm hoping that these all fit in here. This might just be a little bit tight, I'm thinking, once you get all these sleeved. So the one thing is there's this section of cards here, or this big stack here, all these ones with the husbands and wives, the gatherers and the, what are they, not hunters and gatherers, harvesters and gatherers, where I think a lot of these are duplicates. Sorry. So I don't think you'll necessarily need all of these as well, so that might help cut down on some of the room there. But I think, yeah, so for card sleevers, definitely room for them in terms of like just fitting in the insert there. And I think once you get them all sleeved, I still think there'll be enough room. You can see there's a bit of room there. I think there'll be enough room for all these to fit. So I'll post a comment or something in the video in the comment section just to confirm that, yes or no, whether that worked or not once I've got them all sleeved. Yeah, so lid goes down on top there. You can see that there's plenty of room there on the top. And we pop them back down in here. So let's see how easy that is to put back together again. We'll grab this one here. Oopsie daisy. Go, put the rule book. Books, there we go, they sit in there. Okay, then pop this little winner over here. And on top. And that now sits nice and flush. Take our storage guide there and then pop that on the top. And there you have it, that's the Everdell big old box of storage, or complete collection, depending on which I guess Kickstarter pledge you got, sort of thing. But basically the end result is the same. You get the whole thing in the complete collection box, all packed up nice and ready to go there. Oh, we've got a bossy cat here who wants to play. So yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got all the way through the end there. Yeah, if you're an Everdell fan, this looks like it's great additions gameplay wise to the game with some of the expansion stuff there, and certainly a nice collector's sort of storage system, and one that looks like it's fairly good. Sometimes these big large boxes, they're great, they hold everything, but they become a bit of a pain to sort of actually set up. They sort of hamper their setup rather than aid it, because just there's so much different stuff and blah 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 blah. But the way this one is organized and designed, I think looks like it might work quite well, and it's pretty intuitive. So there you have it, the Everdell Complete Collection, big box. If you haven't got yours yet, I hope it gets to you soon, and yeah, happy gaming in the meantime. Anyway, thanks guys, Meeple Monkey out, see ya.